Hi, I'm James. Today we're going to do a devlog for my game Mighty Marbles. I'm going to principally look at the UI and menu and have my approach to UI, and then I'm going to have a look at another level and talk about my approach to level design. It's no secret that I like menus that aren't flat and boring, and I always like when it becomes part of the game. As you can see from Rogue Realms, I've really gone with a dynamic menu. So I wanted to do the same for Mighty Marbles, and I had this idea of all of the marbles rolling in. I was really happy with this concept, and I was really happy that you could also see the controller that you used in the game in the main menu. I made it so when you hovered over the buttons or selected the buttons, you could see what they could do. And I had this nice transition that went straight into the level. I was really unhappy that in the level, the only UI you had on the screen was the timer, so I decided to fix that and replace it with a model, and I came up with this little counter idea. I've also been posting these dev days occasionally, which shows you something small that I've done in a day, and they're also on my channel. So you can see here that I'm modelling this in Blender and then taking it into Unity. It just locks over and it looks really nice, I think. It also has a solution that if it goes over 100, the dot drops down and it stops having the tenths of a second. Next up, I wanted to share my process to making levels. So first of all, I just do these rough sketches, and then I lay them out to see if they actually fit, and often it means I have to move the elements around to make them work. And slowly I replace each model with a real model and I test it to make sure it actually works and it's fun. And I find this process really works, and it means that I've kind of got time to think about each level. And here you can see this is the second level. It may not be the second level in the game, but it's the second one I've made, me going through this process. My approach to the design of these levels is to have some puzzles, like the first one, where you can't actually fall off, and it's more of a just trying to get through as fast as you can, while having other puzzles like the final tilt table, which are actually quite punishing and you can just fall through and have to restart the level. And finding each of these puzzles has been a little bit tricky and putting them together. This may not necessarily be the second level, and so what I'll do is once I finish them all, I'll then put them into order of difficulty. Each level can be finished in less than a minute, so it isn't really that punishing if you lose and have to restart the level. In fact, I expect a lot of people will often want to automatically restart just so that they can get the best time. And the main challenge of this game will be beating the clock rather than actually beating the level. I don't want to make them too hard that they become something that a casual player can't enjoy. I've had a lot of feedback that this bird's eye camera angle isn't necessarily the best one to play from. I don't actually agree, and I really enjoy playing it from that, but I wanted to try to give the players a different option. So I came up with these camera angles that move per puzzle, and hopefully some people find this better. It's important that the camera angle is appropriate for the controls so that you can actually line up the control. As soon as the control doesn't really match the camera angle, it becomes quite hard to control. I'm considering using this camera mode where the camera changes as you move between puzzles as an alternate option and something that you can choose to do. What do you think? Which camera angle do you prefer? You'll also know I've tried to make it clear that it's a slope by putting things like supports on the purple puzzle. One of the main things I really love about these camera angles is it will also make making trailers much easier. Now I notice there's a couple of graphical errors here, like you can see the pipe coming through, and on the orange puzzle you can see the UV maps aren't quite right, but this was just a test so that people could let me know whether they thought it was better or worse. So please let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to see how you would prefer to play the game. I thought I'd end this devlog by just showing that I'm actually thinking about making lots of marbles in the game. They're like collectibles that as you go through the game you can unlock new marbles. Here's just a simple one that I made and added to the game. Now If there's something you'd like to see as a marble, again let me know in the comment. I'm hoping to have lots and lots of different marbles. I feel like this is a pretty solid game and brings up a lot of nostalgia for people, so I'm really hoping that this will be popular. I am having trouble marketing it, so if anyone has any suggestions about where I can post it or where I can find people who may be interested, I'd love to know. If you want to share it on your social media, please tag me. All of my links are in the comment via a link tree. I really welcome any conversation and I try to reply to everybody if possible.